Welcome to the. Hello everyone. Hope you will be fine in the high state of Iman and health. From Mentor English, we are going to share for teachers and for students and for viewers and watchers. We are going to share the summary points of King Lear by Shakespeare. So let's get started. Let's do it. Point number one. King Lear is one of the four greatest tragedies of Shakespeare. The other three are Hamlet, Othello, and Macbeth. Point 2. The readers of Shakespearean work read it with a certain distaste, and on the stage it has not been so often presented, perhaps because of its ending. Point number 3. Nahum Tate altered Lear. Tate altered Lear for the stage. He gave it a happy ending in which Cordelia is married to Edgar. Point number 4. King Lear decided to divide the kingdom among his three daughters. Point number 5. The king pretends to divide the kingdom on the basis of the answers of the questions: which of you shall we say dost love us most? Point number 6, sorry, pardon me. Point number 6. The king is flattered by the elder two daughters. Goneril and Regan gratify the king with their answers. Point number 7. The youngest and the dearest of the three answers with a truthfulness that she loves the father according to the bond of nature. Point number 8. King Lear's pride is injured, and his wrath deprives Cordelia of her lawful share. Point number 9. The king is rescued by the youngest daughter. The king is rescued by the youngest daughter in the course of events. Point number 10. Cordelia attacks England with the forces of France. I repeat the point number 10 again. Point number 10. Cordelia attacks England with the force of France. Point number 11. Cordelia and Lear are taken prisoners to Edmund, the English commander, as England defeats France. I'll repeat the point number 11. Cordelia and Lear are taken prisoners to Edmund, the English commander, as England defeats France. Point number 12. Cordelia is hanged in the prison, and Lear dies of grief. Point number 13. The play has the biological theme of the universal conflict between the past and present. I'll repeat. The play has the biological theme of the universal conflict between the past and present, past represented by the authority of the king and present by the children. Point number 14. In King Lear's, the rebellious attitude is presented through Goneril and Regan. Cordelia represents the submissive but truthful attitude in the answer to the father's question. Point number 15. Her truthful sense of duty and her spiritualizing love is her soliloquy. Love and be silent sublimates her love. I'll repeat it for you. Point number 15. Her truthfulness, sense of duty, and her spiritualizing love in the soliloquy. love and be silent sublimates her love. Point number 16. Those who label the play as pessimistic oversight Shakespeare's vision of universally acknowledged human predicament or predicament in the scheme of the universe. Predicament in the scheme of the universe. Point number 17. Rebellion of present against the past in is a virtue sublime when balanced by Cordelia. We must repudiate. I'll repeat, we must repudiate the past because it has sinned against. We must forgive it and love it, for it has given us life. Point number 18. Shown Shakespeare has shown keener interest in the comparison of a kingdom without and the kingdom within, which he expresses in his plays and the 16th sonnet. We can say it that Shakespeare is particularly talking about the palace battles or palace problems or politics, palace politics. We can easily assume. The point 19. King Lear is the story of how a bad king becomes a good man. That's a very versatile sentence. I'll repeat it. King Lear is the story of how a bad king becomes a good man. Point number 20. Point number 20. Besides its biological, psychological, and political themes, its religious theme is no less important. The religious theme has been highlighted. By the image of eye, and eyesight. Point number 21. The analysis of this imagery explain the physical blindness of Gloucester and the spiritual and mental darkness of King Lear. Point number 22. The links, I'll repeat it. The word is lines. Pardon me. Point number 22. The lines spoken by King Lear in Act 5. Scene 2, line 281 and 284. King has redeemed his follies. He can now see better. Better. The point, the last point, 23. Point number 23. These images are significant in bringing out the relation between the man and subplot. Now we particularly talk about the self-assessment, which is very important for the student especially, and teachers can justify. All my listeners, all my the subscriber of my channel, especially the teachers, can fetch the idea about the students self-assessment. Number 1, trace the process of Lear's self-discovery. Number 2, comment on the statement King Lear is play in which the wicked prosper and the virtuous are miscarried. Point number 3, bring out the justification of the inevitability of tragedy in King Lear. Point number 4, does your reading of King Lear make you ask, is Cordelia a good daughter? Point number 5, critically explain the following speeches. I have no way and therefore want no eyes. I stumbled when I saw. I am a man more sinned against than sinning. So these were particularly the important aspect of the self-assessment for the students. So today I'm going to close the lecture, and today we discuss important 23 points of the summary points of King Lear, and some important self-assessment questions. So we will be right back with you. We have lot of new discovery, and we have lot of new courses for teachers, and you can avail them through www.wafaq.online and hope.wafaq, hope.wafaq.online. And if the site is down due to the more or most visitors, so you can also check the site of previous site, Prof-MA-Raza, Professor.blogspot.com, for any further information, or to buy or to acquire the course. Let me go now and say with me, do something. We will be right back with you with the new topic, with the new vlog, with the new lecture. Let me go now and say with me, do something more for humanity, do something more for knowledge and practices. Have a good day.